Hello, welcome to Left Bell Boxing. Joined by regular Sean today. How you going, Sean?
Yeah, very good. Thanks, mate. Yourself?
All good, thank you. So I've received some comments on previous videos where they've asked me to do an update video on Leigh Wood and the fact that I must stress it's only rumours. Rumours are circulating that Leigh Wood has said he is going to continue fighting. So I thought we'd pick this up, Sean. So give us your thoughts first regarding if he does continue to fight, where you think he goes, and if you think he'll win. Because there's quite a few opponents out there. You've got Navarrete, who has always talked about fighting. He's always talked about fighting in the States. And let's be honest, he's got the you know what to go out and fight Navarrete. But give us your thoughts in terms of if you had your last pound in your pocket, where do you think Leigh Wood goes next?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, he deserves to have a big fight in America because of the career he's had. He's been a great servant for us British boxing.
Big payday.
Yeah, the old Bunsen burner, as a certain Nottingham man calls it. Yeah. I mean, so you can't begrudge him that. One thing that potentially I can see, and I think I've said it before, they've already fought once, is the winner of Kakache and Jazza Dickens in a few weeks. I think if he wants to go out with a big fight and it don't happen in the States, he can have a big swan song in Nottingham. Potentially a fight he can win as well. I don't think it was his best version against Kakache the first time. So he'll obviously
want to wait though. To be fair, Sean, you know I'm going to go into bat for Leigh Wood here, aren't I? But first time at the weight, to be fair to him, and a long layoff before that as well. I'd add.
Yeah, exactly. So now he's obviously beat Warrington fairly convincingly at the weight as well. So it's in another training camp at this particular weight. So yeah, I mean, probably that's the most realistic thing, I would say. And of course, the fight he's probably got the best chance of winning rather than Navarrete, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit torn on this one because, as you know, I was ringside for Wood Warrington, and the roar, I've said on previous videos, the roar when they come out into that arena that night. And to put that rivalry to bed like he did, with an absolute clinic. Listen, people say, was it great to watch? Probably not, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to win the fight. I think that was his George Groves moment. I think that was his Carl George Groves moment. You know, beat Warrington, big rivalry between Leeds and Nottingham in his own backyard, absolute clinic. You know, listen, I'm sure everyone he's a prize fighter, so it's all about the pound note. If the deal's good enough, he'll take it, won't he? But if that was his last fight, people would forget the start of the fight, won't they, as years go on? It would just be the fact that he schooled Warrington in Nottingham.
Yeah, absolutely. There is another fight. I've heard a few rumours for him, and again, it will be a different weight. But that is Joe Cordina. I've seen that banded about a couple of times in the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks since their fight. So potentially that'd be a big fight. I mean, obviously I'm not from Nottingham, but if they can't get the city ground, is the cricket ground, for example, much bigger than the arena where he's been fighting?
Yeah, you can get a few more in Trembridge. Yeah. Especially with the size of the pitch, because obviously you'd have flooring on the seating on the floor, and so yeah. Or you got Meadow Lane, remember?
Yeah.
He did go to Notts County as a kid as well, so he's got some affiliation with Notts County. Or did he take the pound note, the old Bunsen burner, as Carl Fox would say, and go and fight him at Cardiff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure how popular Cordina is, but if they put on the right car, could that do Millennium Stadium? I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 there maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Because Leigh Wood, he sells 10,000 out of the arena on his own. And I know there's people disappointed who can't get tickets in Nottingham when, you know, it's been a smaller venue. That's one hell of a fight, though. It's one hell of a challenge for Leigh. He's a good fighter, Cordina, isn't he? He's a good fighter.
Yeah, I think that will probably be on paper Leigh Wood's toughest fight, I would have to say.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pound in your pocket game then, Sean. We're sat here this time next year. Has Leigh Wood hung his gloves up or has he fought again?
From the sound of things, obviously it can change, but I think he'll fight one more time.
Interesting. I'm going down that road. I think he'll fight again. I don't think he'll fight away from Nottingham. So, as Eddie or Frank, we don't know what his promotional situation looks like, do we? Have either of them got deep enough pockets, or is it a ring card magazine to maybe drag Navarrete over here for a big ring card at the Tottenham?
Yeah, yeah. I think the only thing going against that is I don't think he's a big enough name, unfortunately, and I don't think his English is the best either. So that might be a bit hard to do. But on an undercard of a Ring Magazine show, for sure.
Maybe Tyson AJ undercard September, October.
Yeah, that's a really good shout.
If they're paying Conor Ben 15 million to sit on an undercard in April, they can pay Leigh Wood whatever he's wanting to sit on an undercard against Navarrete, which is a generally top fight, isn't it?
Yeah. One of the best fights.
Whatever it is, has got to get the juices going with Leigh Wood, or he ain't going to take it, is he? He's not stupid. You know what I mean? That's why he's he's refused fights in the past, because either the dough in there or he doesn't get him up for the fight. He's very honest, isn't he? He said, look, it's got to make sense or it ain't happening. So, yeah, so it'll be interesting. I think he's got one more, and then he's done. So, yeah. All right, Sean, thank you very much. That's a quick one on Leigh Wood. A lot of comments asking us to cover Leigh Wood and what we think happens next. So there you go. If anyone's got any other ideas regarding opponents or when you think he'll fight next or where, post comments below and we'll pick them up. This has been Last Bell Boxing, proudly sponsored by Shaw Building Services and SC Travel. Thank you very much, Sean. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you on the next video.